Hello again and welcome to another 140k Imperial Guard Tactics video. Now before we get into today's video, I'd like to say a big thank you to McKinley Johnson for sending in some awesome pictures of his Scotia Novum Blackwatch Highlanders ready to take the field alongside the Brilliant 33rd. You know what? I just love everything about that. It's cool, there's obviously some fluff, some stuff around this regiment. It just gets me going. I just think it's awesome. So thank you for sending these pictures to McKinley. Love the colour scheme, love the Torx, the whole shebang. It's just great. So thank you for sending these pictures in. If anyone else wants to send me some pictures, please post them on my Facebook page. There will be a link down in the description below. Or if you don't like Facebook or you don't use Facebook, then you can email them to me at mordianglorytv@gmail.com. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Now today guys, I will be doing a quick tip tactica 5-minute video on just highlighting a really awesome fun choice that we now have available to us in the Imperial Guard thanks to Psychic Awakening. You see, there is a little stratagem in Psychic Awakening, the greater good, called Experienced Eye. It is a mere 1 CP, a mere 1 CP. And what this stratagem does is it's pretty simple. You select a veteran unit and then any weapons that you shoot from that squad get an additional AP -1. That's really nice. Now when I first saw this I thought, you know what, that's great. Let's land and lion this bad boy. Let's go AP -4 plasma. Let's just make sure that those enemies don't get any saves whatsoever. But that's very boring. It's very standard, by the book thinking. Why don't we get a little bit more radical? Yeah, you can call the Inquisitor. Why don't we get a bit heretical? Okay, not the second one. Why don't we just get a bit crazy and see what kind of fun options we can actually throw this onto? And what it made me realise, guys, is it actually combos quite nicely with veterans with shotguns. Veterans with shotguns. You see, most people don't know this, guys, but the veteran squad, you don't have to take lasguns on there. You can take shotguns. Okay, now some of you are thinking, why would you take shotguns? What are they? How do they, well, obviously you know what they are in, well I hope you know what they are in the context of real life, but how do they work in 40k? Well, basically, it's an Assault 2 weapon, 12-inch range. Now, normally it's only Strength 3. Okay, normally it's Strength 3. So it doesn't sound that good. And there's always been this debate of what about shotguns versus lasguns. And a lot of people say, well, you can put first rank fire, second rank fire on lasguns, blah, blah, blah. But a couple of things is that when you get within half range with the old shotgun, it goes up to Strength 4. Now that starts getting a bit fruity, because that opens up a whole world of pain, a whole world of wounding options. Suddenly you're wounding any vehicle up to and including things like Predators and Rhinos, and I think the new Gladiator tank that the Marines get. Toughness 7, suddenly you're wounding anything from Toughness 4 to Toughness 7, you're wounding on 5s. Not Toughness 4, Toughness 5 to 7, you're wounding on 5s. Anything that's Toughness 4, like, I don't know, the standard toughness of almost any infantry in this game, you're winning on 4s now. That's quite interesting. Now, the problem has always been is that the shotgun lacks AP. Because you can be Strength 4, but when you're trying to blast through a Marine, it's not really doing a lot, is it? But now it's AP -1, and it's Strength 4, and you're sort of like, well, you know, that's actually quite good. Is it the most competitive option? No. No, it's not. Is it a fun option? Does it open up as an idea? Yeah, it does. And you can take this rabbit hole a little bit further. Okay, so you could put these guys in a transport. You could put them in something like a Valkyrie even, or even just a Chimera, and you can get them out turn 2 and you can get into that sweet 6-inch range. Now both a Chimera and a Valkyrie, guess what? They can hold 12 people. So then you can take along a platoon commander with you. And the platoon commander can give them take aim. Now you see, a lot of people would say, oh, well, wouldn't you give your veterans first rank fire, second rank fire? Well, the answer is you very rarely give your veterans first rank fire, second rank fire. Because you're often loading them up with special weapons. So the whole argument of would you rather take lasguns or shotguns on your veterans, it kind of becomes a bit of a funny one, doesn't it? Because if you're going to take the lasguns because the extra range, well, they don't do, they don't do a lot of damage, lasguns, or over the extra range. They do the same amount of damage at 12 inches. But you're never, you're not using first rank fire, second rank fire, you're using take aim for all that plasma, all that melter, right? So suddenly it just becomes a question of, well, one strength 4 and one strength 3, but now but now it gets AP -1 as well. That's pretty good. So, I don't believe the lasgun shotgun argument is as watertight as some would have you believe. And I would definitely say that, jumping in there with these shotguns and this taking aim and this platoon commando and all this kind of stuff, suddenly you've got a nice little package. Because what you've got to remember is that a bare bones veteran squad is 60 points. And it's free to swap to the shotgun. So you can literally just jump out and be like, well, please get down. And you can shotgunning people. And it's just cool. It's just cool. And I just think this experienced eye stratagem, it opens up a whole load of fun possibilities. Everyone complains about flamers not having an AP. Everyone likes Land and Lion flamers because they've got an AP. Well, guess what? What if you can jump out and you can go, hey, veterans can take 3 flamers. On top of that, in addition to, very specifically, they can take a heavy flamer. Suddenly you're jumping out and you've got 3d6 flamers and a heavy flamer and you're Catachan, so you're using Burn Them Out to get some crazy buffs there, and you're using Experienced Eye. Suddenly you're flaming the crap out of people. And maybe some shotguns. But it's all AP -1, or for the heavy flame it's AP -2. That's pretty cool. Then you start, so that's like Catachan flamer shotgun vets, but then you start being like, well, what about Vestroyans? Vestroyan veterans. Whether you give them lasguns or shotguns, it doesn't really matter. You could, for 2 CP, you could make those veterans hit on a 2+. And AP -1 on all those guns. There's no stipulation. It's not AP -1 in half range. It's just an additional AP. It's an additional AP. So it could be AP -1 with your Vestroyans. 30-inch range lasguns, AP -1. That could work. You could have your little Vestroyans, and instead of, unlike the Catcher ones who are going to be running forward and shotgunning and blasting and flaming, your Vestroyan ones, you might take this one little squad of Vestroyan veterans and just sit them back and you know what? Las cannon. 3 plasma guns. Or 3 grenade launchers even. And you can be like, okay, now every single turn, my las cannon's AP -4, my grenade launchers are AP -2, or my plasma guns are AP -2. With veterans, think about the classic, think about this. If we want to get competitive and start, taking a step back from the fun options, right? Competitive. You're running a pure infantry guard army. You're running 3 squads of veterans because you know that foot veterans aren't actually as bad as everyone says they are. You've taken wilderness survivors, so you've got a 4+ save. Pretty nice. Okay. Now, veterans, you don't want to be giving. I've had some experience with my foot veterans and giving them loads of plasma guns and all this kind of stuff. And you know what? It often doesn't work out that great. The most success I ever had with my foot veterans, keeping them back with an autocannon and 3 grenade launchers. Because they sat on objectives, whilst all my infantry was able to push forward. And they essentially acted like additional heavy weapons, special weapons, fire support sort of teams. Well, now what if you've got one of those squads? The autocannon, you know what sucks about the autocannon? It's only got AP -1. No, now it's got AP -2. You know what sucks about the grenade launcher? It's only AP -2, only AP -1. Now it's got AP -2. It's additional AP on all the weapons. Competitively, if you're looking at, alright, I'm a guard player, I'm starting this battle with, between 9 and 12 CP, I'm going to be gaining CP every turn, but I don't really have a lot to spend it on. It's like, okay, every single turn, let's slap down Experienced Eye on a squad of fire support veterans. Let's slap down Concentrated Fire on a squad of fire support heavy weapon teams. Let's just slap these things down. And it works really well. So you can find that you actually have lots of little 1 CP stratagems, and Experienced Eye is one of them, but I think it's actually really good. I think from a fun perspective, it breathes new life into veteran squads with shotguns and cool, fun options. And from a competitive point of view, I think it is really good. You can just chuck a CP onto it every single turn and just be like, you know what, AP -2 on all that. You know, I'm now firing 5 autocannon equivalent shots with my grenade launchers and my autocannon, and basically another heavy weapons team, but I'm hitting on 3s and I've got additional AP. I think that works really, really well. Actually ties in with another video that I want to do. We're talking about concentrated fire, but not on mortars, on autocannons. That's another video I'm going to be doing later this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What do you think of Experience Die? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think I'm crazy? Or do you think I actually might be on something here? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you for listening, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.